Usually I prep. This guy says, "Hey Arnold." All right, boom, we're live. What is good? Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. It's your boy, Coach Sal. Let's freaking get it. All right, so we're gonna get this rolling here in 3, 2, 1. Boom. What is going on, squad? Welcome back to another episode of the Shift Your Mind, Change Your Life podcast. This is your boy, Coach Sal. Let's get it. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking specifically to my ladies. And I'm going to be diving into how 1,200 calories is not the answer. It's not. It is not. The secret to actually sculpting your body, losing weight, and toning up is eating more food. Hear me out. Hear me out. What I'm saying when I say eat more food is eating more nutrient-dense whole food sources. So what are some of the things that we should be focusing on? Well, for those who don't know, protein is certainly most important. So what are some good protein sources? Chicken, obviously, ground turkey, beef, pork, salmon, eggs, whey. There's a lot of different sources. I would say protein is number one. Obviously, you guys know that. But making sure that you're eating more nutrient-dense foods is the answer. That's what you guys see my posts and I'm like, oh, eat more food, that's the secret. Well, that's what it is, because a lot of times the packaged shit, like the lean cuisine, freezer aisle bullshit, it's usually packed with preservatives. It's packed with sugar, sodium, and a lot of other bullshit. And it's usually high in calorie. So the point that I want to make here with today's stream to give you guys this free value and information is to understand that when I say eat more food, I'm talking about more whole nutrient-dense foods like chicken, beef, pork, salmon, whey. And then you're talking about your carbohydrate sources, sweet potatoes or low calorie, brown rice, oats. You want to be making sure that you are weighing and measuring those accordingly. And you guys could use the app MyFitnessPal for those who don't know to help track your calories. It is a absolutely phenomenal tool. And this is something that I use with all my clients as well. And again, I want to preface what I'm saying a little bit here. I am not a registered dietitian. I am not a doctor or a scientist. I am a certified personal trainer with a good amount of years in the space with some knowledge and experience under my belt. But I want to make that very fucking clear. But this is also what works for a lot of my clients. It's understanding that, hey, I need to weigh my foods. Hey, I need to track my foods. Hey, I probably shouldn't eat a pie of pizza on the weekend. Hey, I probably shouldn't have ice cream 6 nights a week. Usually you guys understand that it's right in front of your face, right? But at the same time, it's understanding what works for your body, what's sustainable, and how you can continue to stick to that. That's the thing. And that's what really frustrates me with a lot of these, fad diets, whether it be keto and cutting carbs and, super crazy restrictions. I want to ask you guys that question here for those who are watching, listening to this. Do you feel like those crazy restrictions are sustainable? Drop it in the comments. I'm asking you guys a question. Do you feel like crazy restrictions are the answer to your problems? Well, I'm going to tell you, it's probably not. Why? Because it's not sustainable. Why is it not sustainable? Because you can't adhere to it for a long period of time. So that's the thing. It's a mindset and it's a perspective shift on that to understand, hey, I need to try something that works for me. How am I going to do that? Well, I should probably open up my mind and be okay with trying different things and not getting fixated on a certain approach, because that's going to allow me to maybe make some sustainable change, not only in my body, but my mind as well, and my life as a fucking result, and the type of person that I am and the energy that I give out. You guys feel my fucking energy in my voice right now. Why? Because I keep the promises that I make to myself every single fucking day. And throughout that process of choosing better food and choosing to move my body and choosing to exercise and do the best that I can each day, I feel super fucking confident what I have to bring to the table. Now, why am I bringing that up? Is because that's a choice that's in your control, and it starts with your habits, which starts with your nutrition. Because let's face it, every day you have to eat food. Every day you're making those choices on what you're putting into your mouth and into your fucking body. That matters. 1,000,000%. I hear a lot of people say, well, fitness is probably like 80% nutrition. It definitely plays a huge role in it. It's not the be all end all. You still have to train hard and get good sleep and a lot of other factors too, but it's definitely a huge pillar. It's definitely a huge pillar. So I want to give you guys some value and really work through and help as best I can on how, undereating is not the answer. Does that make sense? Oh, we got Destiny in the house. What is popping? She's one of my, I guess you could say, fellow coworkers, fellow trainers inside of our business coaching program. Absolutely lit. Shout out the Change Lives Academy. Absolutely the best fucking program on the market. But what do we got here? We got 4 here on IG. We got 13 on TikTok. Another few over here on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Guys, I really do appreciate you showing up and listening to me and what I have to say. Really does mean a lot to me because I think the most valuable currency that we have on this planet is our time, and you guys are choosing to spend it with me and listening to me. So I really just want to take a second and say I genuinely appreciate those who tune in, support the podcast, and support any of my pages, whatever platform you are viewing this information on. So that is that. That's where I'm at. But let's keep this freaking rolling. So to get back on task, as far as, calories and macros, well, what are macros? Macros are the basic breakdowns of your calories. So that's your protein, carbs, and fats, right? That's the standard breakdown of the foods, right? So how do you understand what you need? Well, it depends on the type of person that you are and your goals. So in order to, I'm going to throw some stuff at you guys. In order to lose weight, you need to be in a calorie deficit. So what does that mean? That means you need to be burning more calories than you are consuming. So how do you do that? This is what I'm trying to say here. Make sure that you are tracking your foods using MyFitnessPal, using a food scale, making sure that you're doing some meal prep on the weekend. It's way more easier than you think it is. I think oftentimes you literally psych yourself out in your mind and try to really make it more difficult than it has to be. We don't have to complicate it. We can keep it simple here. Simple scales. Simple is sustainable. How do you make it simple? Well, you could literally order your groceries online, get it shipped to your door, or maybe take an hour and go shop. Go to Costco, buy everything in bulk, take maybe an hour or two to cook everything for the week so all your food is prepped. You can do it all in one sitting, and you can just eat it throughout the week. That's what I do. Personally, that's what I feel like what works for me and majority of my clients. That's definitely what I would recommend 100%. So how do you know if you're undereating? How do you know if you're overeating? This is what I'm trying to say is to use MyFitnessPal to track that, because without using that tool, it's going to be very difficult for you to gauge where you're at. Like if you don't understand the measuring tools of what you're taking in each day and what you're burning, how the fuck are you going to know where you're at? It's like almost impossible. And I tried to do that for a long time, and I was frustrated as to why I wasn't getting the results. And I'm like, well, what's the issue here? And most of the time, yes, it's probably your nutrition. It's probably a combination of your training and your sleep as well. But if you're able to optimize all those areas, they come together very nicely, and you stay consistent with that over time. That's how you fucking succeed. So I'll break it down. I'll give you guys 3 key concepts here, right? Listen for this. 3 key concepts. Excuse me. Number 1, training, right? You should be training maybe 3-4 days a week. You don't need to be in the gym 6 days a week. You can literally get a good workout in 40 minutes. 40 minutes, you can get a solid workout in and out, maybe 3, 4, tops 5 days a week, and you are more than okay. So if you break that down, that's 5 hours for the week. That's it. 5 hours for the week. We all have 24 hours. You choose how you spend that. That's pillar 1, training. Pillar 2 is nutrition, right? You have to eat regardless. The time's going to pass regardless. And eventually, when you choose those better options, eventually your palate will change. So how do you do that? Yes, it's difficult. It takes time. It can be frustrating. But it is possible. And the rewards that come with that as a result are fucking dope as shit. Not only will you look better, you will feel better, you will have more energy, and you will also just really feel confident in your skin, which is something that, like, honestly, in my opinion, is probably one of the best things you could possibly do for yourself. Could you guys agree with me in the chat box? I really do believe that. So that's pillar 2. Pillar 3 is sleep. Now, this is something that's really overlooked as well. Sleep. 6, 7, 8 hours a night. That's the really solid range to be in. The more that you sleep, the more your body recovers and the more optimized your performance will be in the gym, which will help your metabolism continue moving, which will also give you those hunger cues that you need to fuel your body accordingly. This is what I'm trying to say here. It all goes hand in hand. Those are the three main principles, three key concepts as to what you need to be doing consistently. Now, you guys are aware of that, right? So you clicked on the stream because of the title, maybe 1,200 calories is not the answer, because it's not. You need to be eating more nutrient-dense foods. Now, if you guys need more detailed information on that, I can only cover so much on a stream. So be sure to shoot me a DM if you have any specific questions. It's much easier for me to communicate that way. But I would say the answer is, more often than not, you guys are probably under eating, and understanding how to shift that can be pretty difficult, which is why I believe in coaching. And the thing is that it's not a one size fits all. Every person is different. Every body is different. So it's really crucial and important to understand what you need. And that's why I believe in coaching. I have many coaches myself and many mentors that I believe in. And this is something that I truly am passionate about. So if you guys have any other questions, be sure to reach out. But that is it. That is all. We're going to wrap it up there. Peace, love, and protein. It's your boy. Let's get it. So that's really all I had. Like I said, I didn't really prep much. So let's see what we got here. Got a couple here on TikTok, a couple here on IG. Tori, what's going on? A Carmela, appreciate you guys tuning in. Jared Warrington, what's poppin'? Dan Gorman, what's the deal? Well, let's go. I think a couple over here. Good. Was that valuable for those who stuck around? Did you guys get information from that? Because that was just off the rip. I didn't really prepare much at all. Where's the painting from? Amazon. What are ways you could fit fitness into a busy schedule? Wake up earlier and set some goals. Set some goals, set some alarms, some non-negotiables. We all have the same 24 hours. So ask yourself how important your goals are to you. And I think the more that you can get concrete on that, I think it'll be easier over time. You have to make sure that you keep those promises you make to yourself and just make it a priority. I think that's what it is, Giannis, to answer the question. It's really just a priority thing. Krabang Queen, what's good? What's good? Hey, from Florida, what's popping? What's the first step to wanting to gain weight and more muscle diet-wise and working out? What do you mean specifically? Are you asking for muscle gain? Hey, Arnold, I appreciate you. First time in the gym after a month. Let's get it. What are you, like 5'7"? Now I'm 5'10". But yeah, no, that's pretty much all I had here today, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in. But that is it. That is all. It's getting late for me. I've been at my desk for fucking like 8 hours. I'm pretty shot. I got to go get my last meal in and head to sleep soon. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, Justin Keller says, thanks for the information and motivation, bro. Hey, man, I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you got some value. If you have any other questions, be sure to shoot me a DM. I'd be glad to help you out even more, brother. So, yeah, that's it, guys. We're going to wrap it up here. Hope you guys have the best night of your entire lives. Peace, love, and protein. It's your boy, Coach Sal. Let's get it. Peace.